You listen to Radio 2. It's Jonathan Ross here with Andy Davis, and we're joined by two members of the Flaming Lips.
Hello, Jonathan Ross.
And this is Wayne and Stephen, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, now where's Lazy Michael today?
He's already out at the big show.
He's off at Glastonbury.
Getting things ready. I mean, and in a way, we didn't feel like we needed him, but if we did need him, he would have showed up and done whatever he had to do. And,
Everyone I know
he wanted to meet you and be part of this whole thing.
Well, everyone I know in your life said you don't really need him either. That seems to be that's a common consensus.
That's so sad.
People often say that. I love that band. I love that duo, the Flaming
Michael,
Lips.
if you're listening.
No. Me and Michael have known each other for over 20 years.
Well, time to move on.
And we've never separated.
Sometimes tough love, you have to cut those old friends loose. It's better for everyone.
No. He's like my brother. We could never be separated.
It's like you caught your leg in a trap and you haven't said goodbye to the dead, rotting flesh yet.
No. This love and
do
this
like that
friendship
guy
is
did in the
deeper.
national park. Cut him off with a penknife.
No.
Wayne, Coyne, and
Yes.
Stephen Drozd are
Yes.
with the stage. And the Flaming Lips, I think one of the greatest bands currently performing live and making music.
We heard the great introduction that you gave us. Yeah.
This is not. I'm not saying this because you're here. I'm not saying this because I want to get on your good side for any reason whatsoever.
Right.
I'm saying this genuinely. And I came to you rather late, I must admit.
That's okay.
Like many people, The Soft Bulletin was the first album I encountered.
Right, yeah.
And someone gave it to me. This was what, you recorded that about 4 or 5 years ago?
I guess 99 is when it
About
came out,
99,
but we
yeah,
started
so-
recording it even, 97 and 1998, yeah.
Someone gave it to me and said, don't be put off by the guy's silly voice. That's what he actually said. He said, give it a chance.
Right.
I'm glad I persevered.
Well, thank you. No, and I agree that there is some silliness, and I've never, stood up and said, look, I'm a singer. I'm just a guy who likes music.
You weren't the singer originally with the band, is that right?
Well, my younger brother was, who I think was even less of a skilled vocalist, But we didn't, we never came into it and said, look, we're great singers and performers. That's why we are going to be in a band. We just loved music, and we thought,
But yeah, I think you are a great singer now. You sound like, if you don't mind me saying, like Robert Plant on a very relaxed day.
oh.
Wow, I never thought, I
that's
never
a
made,
great-
I never thought
Robert
of
Plant when he's not shouting, he's not giving it. Robert Plant when he's feeling mellow, maybe he's just pottering around the house singing to himself.
Nice one.
You can see where I'm coming from.
I can, yeah. Oh, I think he's got a great voice.
He's got a great voice,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he's showing off with it too much.
There you go.
You're not so
and
keen
I'm
for
just
the attention.
relaxed,
Yeah.
saying, hey, I'm no show
A
off.
relaxed Robert Plant. That's not a bad.
I
I
never
thought
like
about that.
Yeah.
I went to the Flaming Lips website a couple of weeks ago just to see what's going on. What a great website you have.
Well, indeed, we won the Webby. I don't know if you know what the Webby is. I know it sounds bad.
Sounds like something a penguin would have.
It sounds like something you wouldn't want to win. No, but we were just talking about it out there in your waiting room out there, actually waiting for Matthew Perry, right? He's going to show up, isn't he?
Yeah, I think you might have gone by the time he gets here.
You think?
Well,
we're going to wait for him.
Well, he's coming for the end part of the show. What time do you have to be at Glastonbury? What time do you have to leave to?
It depends on if it takes 5 hours because of the traffic or if it takes 3. So
What do you
we're gonna
think?
wait
How long
it
do you
out.
think it'll take to get out there today?
I wouldn't go there, to be honest with you. If I were you, I would let the other guy go. Let what's his
Let
name?
Michael go.
Lazy Michael.
He's already there.
Then we'll see whether he can cut it. See him go on stage and call himself the Flaming Lips, the Flaming Lip.
No, but we're gonna wait out there and see if he shows up.
I think he is one of the greatest comic actors at the moment. His timing is unbelievable. Are you a fan of Friends?
Of course, yeah.
You've got to be. You Americans.
Well, even if you weren't, you just after a while you watch it. It's just a funny show.
It's in the
great.
new Constitution, I believe, isn't it? When they.
I mean,
you have
I think
to.
in the beginning everybody sort of, it was so popular that you
Yeah.
kind of you're kind of repelled at first, but then you just go, hey, it's great.
I know,
Yeah.
exactly. Let's talk about how long you guys have been together, because the band, this is a remarkable story, really.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great story of one of these groups where you just kept slogging away, really. You kept doing what you wanted to do. And
yeah, I mean, luckily we never got into it thinking, oh, someday we'll be rich and famous and rule the world. I mean, we just like music, and we just thought, oh, we'll do it as long as we can. If we had to work at McDonald's and make records or do all that, it never really mattered to us. I mean, because even though I think, in the beginning we were influenced like everybody by the Beatles and Bob Dylan and all this stuff. Like I told you, I had older brothers who did a lot of drugs, so that means they listened to a lot of, great music.
trippy music.
Yeah. But then little by little, we were really, inspired and influenced by bands who really weren't big famous people. And we thought, we just love music, and we make our own records and all that sort of stuff. So if we ever got to be famous and made a bunch of money, that would all just be extra. And so, people act like, oh, you guys were determined and persevered and all that. But really,
As though you had a goal, but really you were already achieving that.
we liked it the whole time. So all this, and to end up being on your show here today.
It's the ultimate accolade.
It's the crowning achievement. But no,
you might as well just really quit, man.
Pack it in now, yeah, that's it.
But we were talking about the Webby, which is with the website that you went to, and the Webby is like the Grammy
Yeah.
of websites. So we won that
It's a really lovely website. I mean, it is. You know, it loads quickly.
No, but see, that's why it won, because it's so simple. Because you go to some of these websites, you just don't know what to do.
Well, I don't want to pass versions, but Bowie's.
Yeah. Ours is lovely.
Bowie's is a bit of a slow load on David's. If you listen, David, let's get that sorted. You know, I mean, it's a good site, but it takes a while to find its way.
And ours,
yours easy.
That's why we won. Exactly. And so, and we won the Webby, and we won a Grammy last. What was it? February or January or something like that?
You win any awards that don't end with Y.
I don't think they make awards that
Not
don't
for
end
music
with Y.
business. I don't think they do.
Wanky. I think we won the Webby,
that's
the Grammy.
That was a wanker, I thought. Not the wanker.
Are you, so I get the feeling from the way the conversation is there, you must be travelling alone at the moment. Your partners aren't with you. It's foremost in every gentleman's mind.
You met Michelle out in the lobby.
Is that your...
That's my wife, Michelle, Did you notice that she had on some, what do you call those boots over here?
I call them wellies.
Wellington boots.
See, there's Webbies, Grammys, wellies, wankies.
Yeah, well, there's no such thing as a wanky. Let's just... You've got hold of very much the wrong end of the stick there.
Yeah.
You've been listening to Greg Wysetsky.
But did you notice that she had on... They weren't wellies.
I wondered why the Wellingtons. I thought this might be something you insisted on.
She's ready for the mud and the sludge and the drugs and the partying that's going to go on at Glastonbury.
You know, there's a certain pursuit that some couples indulge in, which involves covering each other in jelly.
Oh.
Foodstuffs.
Yeah? You've done that.
No, I haven't done it, but there's a magazine that I was sent once called Splosh, which sort of sums up the English approach to these things, I think, which involve quite large, healthy-looking women rolling around in mud.
I think I've seen that.
You're going to be seeing some of that today at Glastonbury, I imagine.
Well...
And the wellies would be foremost, and I thought maybe you were Splosh enthusiast when I saw you, and I didn't feel like I should pry at that stage in our relationship.
Being in the Flaming Lips, you really do get sort of an insight into hidden perversions of people out there that you would never know. Because, I mean, we have people come on stage dressed in...
furry animal suits.
We do. And we thought, because we're the Flaming Lips, we thought, isn't this just a nice little... You know, they look great, but little by little, people come up to us and say, oh, it's because you guys are these... Furry.
They're furry.
Again,
is that what
there's
it's
the
called?
white. Furry and
Plushy, there.
I saw it on a documentary once. But here's the thing with fetishes generally. Don't you think people are getting a bit desperate now?
Well,
Because the initial wave, the first wave, the golden age of the fetish, let's call it the 40s, the 50s.
Right.
Sure, you understand where that's coming from.
Well, right.
We all see that.
Yeah.
But now they're desperate for attention. Now they're saying, I'm into paper. This is rubbish. They're making it up.
No, and I agree. And people who think that you're going to come on stage and sort of get your rocks off in a costume with the flaming lips. I mean, that's desperate right there. Because we really just want people to come up and dance and have a good time.
You're not a band that sells kind of... Because some rock bands, some groups do kind of push themselves forward as it's about sexuality. It's about getting it on business.
Exactly.
R&B in particular, that whole kind of subsection.
Exactly, yeah, which I think is great.
It's great, but it's not really where you are from, is it?
It's not. I mean, we just assume that you've already got that covered. By the time you get to the Flaming Lips, you're listening to some sort of other enlightenment.
High-pitched meanderings. Would that be fair?
But see, maybe Robert Plant is into the sex, and I'm into the other stuff.
Yeah.
After you get done with sex. I'm not saying it's, that you don't have sex. I'm saying once you get done with sex, there's other things to think about.
You've got to fill the day with something else.
Cosmic wanderings. You can't being reflective. Yeah.
That's what's wrong with swingers.
Well, but see,
all day long they're thinking about what they're going to do in the evening.
Exactly. No, see, I like what you said in the intro, where you said it's almost like children's music in a way.
Yeah.
And indeed, I've had people come up to me and they had videotapes of their 2- and 3-year-old kids singing along with our songs.
Yeah, I think that, but I genuinely think that's something to be praised, and that is a sort of positive thing. That's a compliment.
No, I agree. I think that's great.
Good.
I mean, one of my favorite songs of all times is Puff the Magic Dragon. I don't know if you know, it's a sad song about having to grow up.
But is it not about...
It's about grass, though. It's about grass.
So, see, once again,
it's
these innocent things, just like our suits, gets taken to this perversion. See, and I thought...
By lesser men.
See, I thought we were coming to a show where, our vision would remain dignified.
I'd like to apologise.
I think you should.
Now, you're going to play 2 tracks for us.
We'll play whatever you want.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
We had a while ago on the show, we were once again very lucky, and we, most of the time we have just the guests we want to show. It's a terrific, exciting place to be. We had on Neil Hannon with Ben Folds.
Right.
Together.
Right.
And they played Race for the Prize
I
here live in the studio on that very piano.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. And they did it, let's face it.
That's a sound effect.
And they kind of ruined the song for me, I'll be honest with you.
got the lyrics,
you know, because it was one of my favourite songs, and now you think, fellas, it's not your song.
Did you say anything to them about it then? Or?
I think they could tell, because there was a... They looked at me, and we didn't... Words didn't need to be exchanged, but they could see a sadness.
Well, we'll see what happens with us
physical
today.
A flatness.
A
There was a
disappointment.
flatness. The twinkle that you're enjoying now had gone.
Well,
to
right,
be replaced
right.
by
That's
a fishy
so
flatness.
sad, because people said that they did that song on your show, and it was the greatest thing ever. And
No,
now,
you see, they say that
no.
to you, but really, come to me for an honest response, okay? Wayne?
Wow.
You know, you want honesty, come here.
Wow.
Okay, so what track are we going to play first?
we're
Let's
going
play
to
something
start off with, I think, the single that's out right now. We're going
from
to do
Yoshimi
Fight
Battles
Test.
the Pink Robots, or whatever it's called. Yeah, that's
we're going to do the single, the Fight Test, and then we're going to do, if we have time to do the Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots, the theme track.
We will make time.
All right, there
And
you
if
go.
At any stage you need anyone to join in with a bit of the old...
I think you guys everybody in the
Snap.
studio,
Let's
you know,
find some things
do
to
whatever
bang.
you want. Yeah,
Let's get
yeah.
some pots in here.
Yeah,
We'll get
yeah.
going. I need one of those eggs you can shake, because I'm good with that. I'm grade 1 with the egg. Okay, well,
All
let's...
right. So there's some controversy about this song. Did you know about the controversy with Cat Stevens?
No, I did not know.
Right. Well, this song.
Yusuf Nandur, whatever his name is now. That's someone else. He's got another Muslim.
Right. And because you have such a big audience out there, I feel like I'm compelled to at least say something about it.
Clear this up.
Because I don't know if you could say that we're being sued by him, but in publishing litigation, I don't know what it's called. People are saying, "Hey, that sounds like my song," or whatever. So we have this song that resembles a Cat Stevens song called "Father and Son," which I think Boyzone actually covered in the recent past.
They did.
They did.
Yes.
Okay. And indeed, while we were recording this song, we, being knowledgeable about music, like yourself, you go, oh, that has some similarities to
There's
a
a
song.
resonance there, maybe
And we
it's
wrongly, I say this with all apologies to Cat Stevens, we wrongly thought, it did sound like it, but we thought we changed it to where it really didn't resemble it in any sort of legal
But we must point
ways.
this out. You didn't begin by saying, I like this tune, I'm going to try and write something based on this.
No,
You
exactly.
just come up with a sound
It
that's
is
similar.
but
in the same-
again, to apologize to anybody involved with Cat Stevens or anybody who believes in that sort of that sanctity, that sacred songwriting oath, is that I think that all that's true. You never know where these things get into your head, and if it appears that we sort of that we did a song that sounds like we stole or plagiarized something from Cat Stevens, I apologize for that, and or made him think that we did that. I apologize for that, and I think I even remarked to not to Cat Stevens himself, but maybe someday I will, that if he wanted us to even take it off our record, we would, because I don't mean to insult him.
But I think we mustn't call him Cat. He doesn't call himself Cat Stevens. That's like calling Muhammad Ali Cassius Clay.
Well, right.
Cat Stevens given up his slave name now. He's moved on. He's got something else going on.
Exactly.
I don't
Well, how
know.
about we'll just say...
Well, if you actually get to meet him, you should probably
I'll
start
say
with
Mr.
you.
Stevens.
The
I
artist
apologize.
formerly known as Cat.
Exactly.
That's what we'll
Right.
call him.
Right. And so I just want to
That's very
say,
big of you. That's very kind of you to talk.
but I could see where there's always there's a struggle with that, and we didn't mean to cause any controversy. I'd rather people just enjoy music and not think, oh, it's all about money and it's competitive and stuff like that.
But I think we know enough now about your past to know that that's coming from a genuine place, as opposed to if, for example, who might we have had on the show recently? Someone money hungry and
Someone you want to
the
slag.
kind of music people we're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, 90% of them really.
Most everybody else that's been on the show except for us.
Those Radiohead guys. Now,
Now, I thought you wanted me to give you. There's a note that I'm supposed to give to
because
Tom.
I have an idea that they could be a really big band if they started getting a bit catchier and giving the audience a chance to join in.
And you want me to sort of slip him
Would you mind?
the advice
Would you mind doing
from
that?
Jonathan Ross?
Well, no, say it's from you. He won't listen to me. I've tried with him.
I
I've tried
see.
till I'm blue in the face.
I see.
He won't listen.
All right.
Let's. This is going
Right,
nowhere
this-
fast.
right, and this is
I can sense everyone
right,
losing interest.
but I'll tell him whatever you want. I mean, I'll see him tonight.
Wayne, I like him more
Okay.
every minute. Okay, this is
is
gonna be
fight.
Do you need to warm up a bit first?
No, this is
okay.
fight test.
You guys wanna clap
if you
or
want to
something,
join
then?
in or
Yeah,
whatever.
well, let's find a moment to join in. Should we join in on the offbeat like jazz people do?
Don't screw it up too bad.
Hey, it's your show. Whatever you
We'll
want
let
to
you
do.
know. This one, we're not going to join in. The next one, we shall.
Okay, all right, here we go. And like I said, there may be some similarities, and I sincerely, regret it and apologize. But maybe it's a fine song anyway.
I'm living under a moon shadow.
I got you.
Wow! He threw Van Morrison right in there, right on some kind of...
No,
Cat
it's
Stevens
that's
song.
a Cat Stevens song.
Oh, no, that's Moon Shadow. You're right. Wow. Or it could be morning has broken. Wow, we're really going to get in trouble. I thought everything was sorted, and now you've fanned the flames of rage. Oh, there you go. Okay, well, we all apologize, and we didn't mean any disrespect. But it was Jonathan Ross that joined in.
I did nothing. That wasn't even me singing. It was Andy.
Have that been said.
What do you think, Wayne? You want to try it?
I thought I was smart. I thought I was right. I thought it better not to fight. I thought there was a virtue in always being cool. So it came time to fight. I thought I'll just step aside and the time would prove you wrong. And that you would be the fool where the sunbeams and starlights begin. That you'd be the fool. Oh, to fight is to defend. If it's not now, then tell me when would be the time that you would stand up and be a man. For to lose I could accept, but to surrender I just wept and regretted this moment. I don't know. Oh, that I was a fool. Where the sunbeams and the starlights begin. That I was the fool. And I don't know how a man decides what's right for his own life. It's all a mystery. 'Cause I'm a man, not a boy, and there are things you can't avoid. You have to face them when you're not prepared to face them. And if I could, I would, but you're with him now, it do no good. I should have fought him, but instead I let him. I let him take it. Where the sunbeams and starlights begin. I let him take it. And I don't know how a man decides what's right for his own life. It's all a mystery. It's a mystery.
Flaming Lips playing live on Radio 2, and that I don't mean this in a bad way. That sounded live. I like the way you came in and chatting at the beginning. What a great thing to hear it. You know, not
I'm just winging it along.
It sounded great. It sounded great.
Did it? We don't have the headphones, so we can't.
Yeah.
Well, we deliberately do that. It's to kind of keep you down. To keep you on that. You'll notice my chair is slightly higher than yours as well. There's lots of psychological tricks being played.
The whole thing's humiliating. Here it is. Yeah.
We're going to chat a bit more, and then after the news, we're going to play another track. One thing, Wayne, I wish to ask you is, when did you make the leap into having the beard? When did you decide? Because that's a big thing in a man's life, I believe.
It is. You know, I think, gosh, it had to be like late 1996. I could never grow it before. It would always just be
even now
horribly
it's quite wispy.
It's a little patchy even now, but I think before it was worse. It looked like a disease almost.
Yeah.
It would come in here and there. And I think I was just saying, I'm just going to change. And then I grew it, and my wife liked it.
Oh, that's a
and it made me look meaner. So
well, you look more manly.
There you go.
Because previously, I always thought you were homosexual. From the photographs.
Well, you asked me when I came in if I was.
The clothes you wear and stuff like that.
Right.
And it was, and that's a good thing in rock and roll. But then with the beard, you don't see that many gay rock stars with beards. I mean, George Michael's got, it's very manicured, you know what I mean? It's very tended.
Yeah, it's their full kind of.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
But your beard, which is clearly, it's a beard.
This is I don't know. It's the best I can do, Jonathan. Yeah.
It's just grown.
Right.
I grew a beard once for a while.
Yeah, how'd it go?
It was very gingery.
What does that mean?
The colour ginger came out.
Oh, okay, ginger.
Certain
color,
patches.
right.
It wasn't bad. I looked a bit like a big cat. Like an
I have the same thing. I can't actually grow facial hair right here. So
yeah,
some of us are not.
I can't do it. Huh?
Right, I know. You'd think it would just
You think it would just come after puberty, but no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't at all. No, right.
I'm glad we cleared that up. The Flaming Lips will be playing live after the news. 88 to 91 FM. This is Radio 2 from the BBC. That's the Animals. Who made that loud noise then? Who was that? Was that you, Wayne?
That was you.
Was that you?
That was you.
Yeah.
Someone
just cleaned their phone. There was that's very manly in here, though, isn't it?
It is.
Why don't we just all take our shirts off? Come on. No. Wrestle. Come on. Wrestle.
I think our shirts are the
very
best
manly
parts
gathering.
of us here
There's too many
today.
men in one room here for us all to be fully clothed. It's too hot.
Leave that to the people at Glastonbury out there rolling in the mud and
The
taking
Flaming
drugs.
Lips are heading straight off over here in the Lipmobile off to Glastonbury.
That's right, yeah.
They're performing live there this evening. If you are at Glastonbury, have a great day. It's meant to be sunny and dry today. It's going to be fantastic. Some great bands this year at Glastonbury.
Oh, really, the idea of Glastonbury is what's great. I mean, they sell all the tickets even before anybody's even announced. I think really some year it's going to come about where no one will play. There'll just be a bunch of people in a field taking drugs, having sex.
Not a bad thing. And I will buy tickets to go and watch that.
There you go. There you go.
There's my wife was filming in Glastonbury a little while ago, and she found a fantastic shop near Glastonbury. It's a fairy shop. And the women who work in the shop where the fairy is when you go in.
Oh, right, yeah.
And you can sit in a chair and they sprinkle fairy dust on you so your wishes come true.
And does it work?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
It's been proven.
All the best.
Wayne, how could you, of all people, ask if it works?
Well, I'm curious.
You know in your heart of hearts
Right.
it works. If you want it to work.
There you go.
If
The
you
power of
believe.
belief.
That's what it is.
It is. You're totally right.
But Glastonbury, I'm sure, will be great fun. It's not for me to go to. I don't like really people.
That's why you're on the radio.
Yeah.
You're
So
the sort of-
ideally, being near
Right,
people is a problem
right,
for me.
right.
You know.
People are-
Even now, with Steve being this close, it's a little difficult for me.
Sorry, Jonathan.
Although I suspect he has that more than other people anyway. He encounters that kind of.
Right. Well, you should have put us in between the bulletproof glass like everybody else is.
Now, I wish you could see the Lips here in the studio. It's live, of course, but it's on radio and you can't see. But they're wearing the most flamboyant stage wear I've ever seen. I think. The leather outfit that Steve has brought with him is quite exceptional. I would say it's like Vegas period Elvis, but more.
But it's pink.
It's more. It's pink.
Right.
It's so tight fitting. How you can even sit in that?
And it's pink.
You can see everything.
Yeah.
It's the finest leather I've ever seen. The trousers must be a glove. Is that a glove leather, Steve?
Yes, it is, Jonathan. Yes.
It's so touchable.
Make that noise when you sit down.
The
The squishy where the sweat and the tight leather have met for too long. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very uncomfortable now. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we're supposed to sing a song after
Okay,
that.
well, it's just
With
the nice-
the squishy
It's a-
buttocks
it's a
in the
beautiful song.
leather pink trousers.
Wayne,
yeah.
well, we'll change the mood now. We'll take a deep breath.
Right.
And will you be so kind as to introduce the track?
We're gonna do this song. And this song plays. You could start the intro if you want.
Tell us long intro
I like
there.
that thing where you talk over the intro. You know, but you mentioned earlier, you know, that our songs have that, you know, hopefully a wide appeal, that you could be an older person or even like a kid, and you could see some magicalness in the tracks. And this is the track that I have the most people come up to me with tapes of their children, sometimes videotapes of their children singing this song. And so, you know, when I wrote this, I really just wrote it because I thought, oh, it's got a nice scenario. It's called Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots, and I just thought, oh, that feels like some kind of metaphor for, you know, maybe the small person fighting the big powerful person, but having belief in themselves, thinking, I don't know how I'll do it, but I can find a way to do it. And you see whether you're an old guy or just a little kid, you know, it's sort of like those things, when they're not, when they're not talked about in a cynical, stupid way, really do have some meaning to people. So here it is. It goes like this. Her name is Yoshimi. She's a black belt in karate, working for the city. She has to discipline her body, 'cause she knows that it's demanding to defeat those evil machines. I know she can beat them. Oh, Yoshimi, they don't believe me, but you wouldn't let those robots eat me. Yoshimi, they don't believe me, but you wouldn't let those robots defeat me. Those evil-natured robots, they're programmed to destroy us. Ooh, she's gotta be strong to fight them. Ooh, so she's taking lots of vitamins, 'cause she knows that. 'Cause she knows that it'd be tragic if those evil robots win. I know she can beat them. Oh, Yoshimi, they don't believe me, but you wouldn't let those robots eat me. Yoshimi, they don't believe me, but you wouldn't let those robots defeat me. Oh, Yoshimi.
How great was that? You can keep Whitesnake. You can keep Motley Crue. Yes, even Rat.
Wow.
I will say you're better than all three.
Thank you.
Wow.
And I mean it.
Right.
That's fantastic. We can let you go now, guys.
All right. Well, let's hope Matthew Perry comes in and you
Hang around and see
do
him.
the thing. Yeah.
But I do want to say, you know, because you guys enjoy your life. I can sense this.
Oh,
You
we
have the
truly
right
do.
approach.
Yeah, we're lucky. Yeah.
I have the greatest life of any of us here. Okay?
I
do.
have
No,
the
mine's
greatest
better than
life.
yours, Wayne.
Yeah.
I have everything I could possibly want. I've been lucky. I've been blessed in life. My life, everything that happens to me from now on that's good is extra. Okay, it's just nice. It's extra. It's a cherry on top of a magnificent cake. My life has been immensely enriched by your work.
Thank you, sir.
And
well, thank you.
long may you continue to bring out your music, because it delights me.
Well, thank you. I'm speechless.
Well, you don't need to be speechless, just get out. I've got Procol Harum lined up.
Wow.
Procol Harum. Once again, it's where it's coming from that counts. Thank guys. Good luck with Glastonbury tonight.
Thank you,
I know
sir.
it's going to be
Yeah.
a great night for you and a great night for everyone there. Thank you so much for coming in.
It's already been. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
All right.
Wayne,
We'll
take
see you
care of
again.
yourself.
All right.
Keep making the music.
Cardboard piano playing.
And, you know, give good luck to the other member, the backing guy you have with you. What his name was, the guy,
All right,
Peter,
all right.
or what was it?
Should I play a record?
Arthur, the other guy, there's another member.
Michael, wasn't it?
David or something like that. There's some other guy there. Stig? Something like that. Bye, guys. That was great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay.